just want to take a moment to have a look at just how far that these models are coming as a ready to fly package. You know, this is super cool, and you know, the size of this is going to be a perfect park flyer. Guys, there is no problems in the world when we are flying RC planes. We have a brand new model, the MoFly P51d Mustang 690mm. It is an absolute gorgeous model. Sweet Arlene, absolutely beautiful. Have a look at it, guys. And we're gonna maiden this today. Really fun times with this one. I can't wait. Have no idea what to expect. Well, I kind of do, because this one's from the same one as the MFA84, and that thing flies super amazing. And if you haven't seen that video, go check that out on our channel as well. We've got the two 2S batteries we're going to be running on this today. So one I'm going to run with the landing gear, and then the next one I'll take the landing gear off and we'll take the tanks off, the fuel tanks, and we'll fly it like that, because that's how I like it to fly. Now, I will leave a link to this model in the description. You can opt to have this as a camera plane, guys. If you want to see how that works, go check out the MFA84, because it's exactly the same camera, and it bolts straight onto the bottom of the plane there. And then there's actually a phone mount that goes onto your transmitter as well. And you can opt to buy it with or without that. So you will have that option. If you want to see how the camera and that works, go check out my video of the MFA84 at the beach. Super fun, super cool. But personally, me, I'm into flying planes, and you know, I'm not so much for the cameras, but that's just my personal opinion. A lot of you guys might actually really enjoy that as well, but it is a bit dear. I think it comes in around 280 Australian dollars with the camera and the phone mount for the transmitter. So just want to take a moment to have a look at just how far that these models are coming as a ready to fly package. You know, this is super cool, and you know, the size of this is going to be a perfect park flyer. We've got plenty of flying room here today. The weather's beautiful, very minimal wind. We're just grateful to be out, guys. As you all know, well, a lot of you, if you're new, we've just had a newborn baby, and he's challenged us. We're minimal sleep, and I don't function too well with that, but hey, it is what it is. Life's beautiful, and we just gotta have that inner peace and just love what we do, guys. And that's what we're here to do, and inspire you guys. So with that being said, let's get this thing in the air. I'll get it on the ground first, and because I want to do a ground takeoff. This landing gear seems really good, and I believe if it flies anything like that MF, we're going to be in for a real treat, guys. So I'll go over the transmitter really quickly. So I'll plug it in first. I'll just show you the batteries that are running. Basically, it's going to be the same. So you've got your canopy here, your battery compartment, so that just pops off with a magnet. And then also, here's your 2S battery here. It's a 1300 milliamp. Fits in there really well. I probably should have had something in there, because it's a little bit loose in there, but I like that it's easy to fit in and there's a lot of room there. So what you want to do first, guys, is with these ready to flies, for some reason they like to plug in the power first, so to the plane. So we plug in the plane first, get that canopy, that cockpit put back on there, just to make sure that magnet's on there really good. Looks pretty good. So from there, we can power on the transmitter. So power on the transmitter. Now we've got nothing at the moment, so what we need to do to get this paired is go up with the throttle, down with the throttle, and we should have control throws, guys. So we've got throttle, we've got ailerons, we've got elevator and rudder. We've got everything we need there. So I'll go over the control throws for you. This is mode 2 transmitter. Not sure if it comes in a mode 1, guys. We're mode 2 luckily, so that's all good. So obviously you've got your ailerons here, so that'll bank the plane left and right, and then you've got elevator, so up and down with the plane. Then you've got your rudder here, which will be your yaw of the plane, so it'll turn the plane left or right that way. The tail will kick left or right, and then obviously your throttle up and down. So we've got that, and then we've got low rates and high rates. So we're going to start in the low rates, which means there'll be less control throws, so it'll be limited to its turns and banks and all the rest of it. We'll start in that obviously to show you. So and we also, obviously for the beginners, we've got the gyro built into this as well, which makes it super exciting. So you can hear those gyros, which means that this is going to be super easy. When you let off the sticks, this will auto correct itself in the air and fly stable. So if you don't have that on and you're an advanced pilot like I like to fly, and the other guys that know how to fly RC planes, we like flying in the advanced mode, which means that you're in full control of that plane. So if I bank to the left, it's going to stay on that angle until I put the inputs from the sticks. So we have that option built into this as well, which we'll test, and we'll see how that does. So with that being said, we've got 3 modes, like I said, the gyro. So we've got 3D mode, 6G mode. So the 6G and the 3D, so the bottom one's 6G, so that'll be your full flight stabilization. The 3D, it'll still have the gyro, but it'll have more control. It'll be able to probably do loops, I think, and that sort of thing. And then the MM mode, which is all the way up, there's no flight stabilization. So you can't hear anything in that, right? So it won't auto correct. So we're gonna start off in the 6G mode for the beginners and shows, if you're new to this and to the channel, how well it does. So let's get this thing in the air. We've also just mentioned the buttons on the bottom here. So I was a bit unsure with our MF, what exactly the buttons. I had an accident with the MF A84 and I pressed the inverted button, which allows this plane to do stunts and maneuvers even when you're in those flight stabilization modes. So this top left one here will roll it to the left, so it'll do a full roll in the air when you press that button, but you've got to be in the flight stabilization. The bottom left will do a loop, so I press that and we'll test all this in the air. It'll do a full loop in the air, so you don't actually have to do that yourself. You're just flying along and you press that button, pull back, sorry, we've got to actually pull back to do it, and it'll do a loop in the air. This one is right roll, so same thing. So if I press that and then press to the right, it'll do a roll to the right. We'll show you that. And then the bottom one there is the one that caught me out last time, and it goes inverted. So what happened there was I didn't know what that button did in the air, and I pressed it and it went inverted, and I sort of panicked. I know how to fly inverted, but it just caught me off guard, and it all happened too quick, and I ended up diving it into the ground. But I thought it was going to cause some damage, but it just shows how durable these are, and it was fine. So we got out of that one pretty unscathed. But I'm going to test that as well. Now that I know what it does, I can press that and it'll do inverted. And then to get out of the inverted, I just press it again, apparently. So we're going to test that this time, which we weren't very successful with the MF with. So anyway, guys, we're ready to go. Let's get this bad boy in the air. Miss Arlene, I should say, this beautiful P51D. Let's get it in the air. Now, like I said, the landing gear, they've really upgraded this. There's the Kutai Japanese warbird as well, guys, which didn't have great landing gear, but they've really upgraded with these ones with the bigger wheels. So I'm hoping there's very minimal wind. So I'm going to take off on the cricket pitch here, and then we'll sort of fly across this way. So to take off, I'm going to go over here, and then we're going to turn to the left and see how we go. So we're in full flight stabilization, and we're going to take off for a Maiden. Wish me luck, guys. Here we go. Look at that, smooth as butter. Wow. Now I just need to feel it out, get a trim for it. But I can tell you right now that this plane is already flying smooth as butter. Little bit of left trim, but one click of left trim, that's all that needed. And I'm in the low rates in the full 6G mode. So yeah, the inputs are quite limited, but man, this thing, wow, is flying super smooth, and I think it's going to be great for a beginner. Straight up, I can say it. But also, like, really scale looking flying plane. So just, I like with this, you know, like I said, I like the size of it, 690mm, but I also like the inputs. Like, it's really smooth, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna flick it into the high rates already, because it should give me a bit more authority in the turns, which it does. And yeah, I'm just feeling it out. So there we go. Look at that, guys. Wow. All right, I'm gonna go full speed past here. Full speed. Look at that. Rudder turn. That is so nice. I knew this was gonna fly good. From the MF, the P47 style plane. I think this even flies better again, honestly. I'm only still in the safe modes, but I can already tell you right now, the thing's smooth. Obviously, even with the camera on it, guys, if you like that style of thing, we got the bulbs crying in the background, so we may have to cut the camera and go check him. The girls are with him, but yeah, we're just, I'll bring it in for a landing, guys. I'll show you the landing on this in the safe mode. Just to show you this, I'm gonna come along across the cricket pitch here, Darren, see if we can get it on the cricket pitch. Probably should have went the other way, so. All right, I'm gonna back off the throttle. Oh, my darling boy, he's coming in. Oh, we just touched the nose there. This grass is a little bit big. We couldn't get it on the cricket pitch just because of the little bit of wind. We tried to get it nose into the wind, but I mean, it landed fine. That's what I love about this. It's a great landing plane with that landing gear, guys, but holy dooly, this thing is amazing. That landing gear on there, like, they're really, I really like that. I think it's really cool. We'll be right back with you, guys. We're just going to attend to the family, and we'll see you in a sec. We're back, guys. We're back. This is how we're shooting content right now. We've got the family over there. We're at the Toboggan Hill Park here at Salamander Bay. We're back. We're going to get this back in the air. What we might do after seeing that landing, we might get it on the grass here. We'll see. As you can see, there's a little bit of the wind's changed a little bit, so we're going to test this grass takeoffs for you. So once we get it in there, we'll do that, and then we're going to test these other controls, these maneuver. So we're in the high rates. It seems, for me, I like the high rates better. I think high rates are better. You still got the flight stabilization, but when you're in tighter areas, obviously being in those higher rates gives you a bit more controllability of the plane. It's going to be more sensitive, but that's just like how I like to fly. So anyway, let's get her back in the air and see how she does. See if we can take off from this grass. Get the momentum going then. Look at that. Straight up. That speed up. Oh yeah, it looks super cool with those red tips. Bit of trimming needed there. Okay, so that wind sort of, if you come behind me here, Darren, that wind's just changed direction. So we'll go sort of diagonal to about that way. So if you just go behind me more, keep going that way. Yep, beautiful. Again, guys, Irina is breastfeeding. She's nursing a newborn, and we're out here shooting content with this brand new model. Wow, this thing's awesome. Let's try that maneuver button. So I'm gonna press it and go to the right. Look at that. Okay, so I didn't have to do anything. I literally just pressed that button, and it rolled to the right, was it? No, left. Yeah, so that was the left. We'll try that again. All right, so yeah, it rolled to the left. We'll try the other one, back the other way. I'm going into the wind here because we need to go back a little bit more, Dom. Keep going behind me if you can. All right, I'm gonna try the right one now. Bit more speed, press the right one. Yeah, that's cool. So it gives those guys that are, you know, not that experienced the opportunity to be able to do that from one click of a button, and that's what you're going to get. Let's test the bottom one. So we'll press that. I'll go up a little bit. So it goes up, half a loop, and it'll sort of bring it back around. So it's pretty much, that bottom left will do that for you, pretty much a full loop. So that was cool. Now the one that got me last time was this inverted one, so we're going to try that and then we're going to see what happens. So I'm going to press it. Okay, so we're inverted right now. So I need to press that again and it rolls out. Okay, so that's all we need to do. But guys, I wouldn't recommend that, pressing that bottom right for an inexperienced pilot, because you need to know how to fly inverted. Like I'm using the elevator to keep that in the air. And then I press out of it and I roll out of it. That is cool, really cool, guys. I'm gonna try that again, but a bit lower for you guys. So a bit of speed. Oh, all right, so you can see there, I'm gonna roll out of that. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't recommend that. If you're if you're a beginner pilot, definitely know what you're doing before you press those buttons. Just get a feel for flying, watch some beginner videos, get to a flying field somewhere where you're gonna have people that can help you. But guys, as far as this model goes, I think it's a great plane. It could be great as a beginner. You could take this out to your local flying field. Some of the guys can help you there. This is really cool, guys. And I'm still in the flight stabilization. So, and again, we're talking, I'm trying to get this battery in for you, but I don't know. I think we're gonna get probably like 10 minutes or something. I think, as from memory, something like 10 minutes. I'm not full speed with this thing. I'm going into the mid mode now. Okay, so the mid mode's going to allow me to fully do everything I want to do, but apparently we've still got that auto correction, I think. Not really though. So like, yeah, so that's like, I'm full out of that. I'm going to go all the way up. So this is in the mid mode. So in the middle flick of that switch. So I've got full control right now, guys. I thought it was flight stabilization, but not. So I'm gonna flick it all the way up, and here we are. I've got full control of this thing. Oh, we need a little bit. She's a little bit of down in that. I'm gonna have to. She's wanting to down. I'm gonna go back into that mid mode because I might need to adjust that elevator. But I mean, this is in the mid mode. I think I just need to adjust that elevator to be in that full outer safe. So that's it there, and it's wanting down. So I'm just trying to think whether that's keeping that speed up. This is full outer safe. But I like the middle mode because it's wanting to go down right now. So I'm gonna flick it into the middle and it seems to fly level. But when I'm in that other one, it's wanting to go down and I'm not really comfortable with that. So we've still got full control over the plane right now, so I'm not in really safe, but I don't really know the difference, but it just seems to be flying smoother. Like this is full advanced mode, like, because I've got full control. But I think that last mode where it's all the way up, you've got more control throws. Like I've still got everything here, so I can do rolls. But see, in that all the way up, I've got a higher roll rate. I've got higher rates in general. But yeah, I'm super happy with how it's flying, guys. Let's do a bit of, yeah, that's cool. Really cool, guys. Full speed. Oh yeah, I'm loving it.
Can you compare it to XK280?
We haven't done a inverted, oh, sorry, what was that, Dom?
Can you compare this plane to XK280?
Yeah, look, I'm going to be honest, this flies better than the XK. I can say that, in my opinion, it flies better than the XK.
And it's the same size?
No, XK is 560. This is 690, so it's a fair bit bigger. But to be honest, like, to look at, the fuselage doesn't look much bigger. Let's go for a loop. Full speed loop. But yeah, it is bigger. The wingspan's 690 and the XK 8280 is 560, I believe. So
looks like flying smoother.
Oh yeah, it's heaps smooth. That's why I like this. It's, oh, let's go for a roll, stall out. Yeah, I'm just enjoying this, guys. I'm gonna go back in the safe mode. We're gonna come in for a landing. See if we can get a smooth landing for you guys. I'll come into this cricket pitch. I don't know if that's gonna, look at this. That looks so nice with this sun we got. Here we go, guys. we got lucky with that cricket pitch there. She smoothed out on that cricket pitch, but yeah, that's cool, guys. Let's just take off again. I want to see, like, you can see already how long we've been running this thing on that one battery. So I'll see if I can take off again here and we'll get a bit more out of it, because we haven't fully, I'm out of the safe again. This is mid mode. So it's flying the best in the middle mode for me. Again, that's the advanced mode, guys. So if you're not experienced, definitely fly in that safe mode. But yeah, this is really enjoyable to fly. I'm gonna try that out of full safe again, just quickly. So it wants to down a little bit. No, the control throws are the same. Yeah. In the high rate, yeah? Yeah. Oh wow, it looks so nice. I can't wait to put this second battery in and fly it without the landing gear and the tanks, because I think they, like, in my opinion, they do fly a little bit better. You can, like, you know, a little bit less weight, not much, but it makes a difference, you know, these foam planes. Look at that. Let's do a low flyby for you. So that's probably about just under half throttle. Oh, keep that airspeed up, Mitch. We do have a bit of wind now. It's like picked up a little bit, so let's see how slow we can get this thing going. This is with the landing gear. She's dropping a little bit. I don't know where that wind is sort of swirling around. I think that's why. I'm going to fly it back around. This wind's swirling a little bit, so keep that in mind too, guys, when you're flying. You know, your wind conditions can change, so always be aware of where your wind's coming from as well. So yeah, that's nice. I'm back in the full flight stabilization. I'm gonna fly it. I'm gonna leave it like that for the landing. Coming in for a landing. Pull back last minute. Well, we didn't nail that one, but anyway, I'm not really happy with that. Where's the wind coming from? Apparently it's coming from there, so let's get one more landing for you. I want to get a smooth landing. Taking off. I don't know, it's just sort of twirling around. I feel like we're losing a little bit of power in it, so come back around, keep the speed up. And I've just pulled right back on that elevator at the last minute just to keep it smooth on that landing, but we got it down and it didn't nose tip, so that was good. There we have it, guys. I'm going to take this landing gear off and I'm going to put another battery in it. I'm going to take the tanks off as well, and I'm going to hand launch it. We're going to fly it like that because I really enjoy flying it like that. We probably will have the tail wheel on because I need to take a screw off to not have that on there, but we'll see how we go and be right back with you. All right, guys, we're taking the landing gear off. Second battery, we got about 10 minutes out of that, so we're just going to see how we go, and we'll hand launch it. We'll see how well she does. Bit of trim, bit of up trim. Yeah, definitely like it better like this. Yeah, it just feels different. I think it was dying that last battery. It felt slow, but I'll do a full speed pass for you. Give you an idea of speed for this thing. Here we go, full speed. That's fast. Look at that. Oh man, so nice. Just slow flyby right now into the wind. Look at that. That's how I like to fly, guys. That's my style. This is such a great all-rounder. I'm going to bring it in and we can do a quick talk and finish this one off, but wow. This thing is beautiful, guys. I think it's great all around for anyone. Even the advanced pilots, guys, out of that safe mode, it's super cool. So I'm gonna bring it in and we'll see what we think of this, guys. Going for a belly landing. have it, guys. It was fast, but I think we got it down. Little scratch on the nose there, but it's made, that cowling's made out of plastic. So once again, guys, I'm going to unplug this quickly and I'm going to do a recap on it. But holy dooly, guys, what can I say about this thing? It is amazing. I will leave a link to this model in the video description. I just want to say, you know, like, we're living our dreams. This is a dream come true for us, being able to fly these beautiful models. We love flying RC planes, RC in general, traveling around the world. We haven't got across the borders yet, or the sea, but we will. We're going bigger and better. But to have little models like this for anyone to have access to is so amazing. And I'm just super impressed with this, the way the technology is going and how easy it is to get in the air and have fun with the hobby. Thanks so much for the opportunity, and I appreciate you guys and all the support. Right, coming up now is the build and assembly video. So yeah, check that out. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. And yeah, check it out. Guys, here we are, gonna do the unboxing and assembly video of the P51D 690mm from MoFly. We're gonna unbox it, I'll show you exactly what's inside, and we're gonna get it assembled. Now, we didn't get this one with the camera or the phone mount that goes onto the transmitter, so I just wanted to show you, this was off our MF A84, which will go straight onto this transmitter and this plane. And it actually looks like it's suited better for this because it's obviously the red P51D Mustang and it's got the red outline on the camera. If you want to see, obviously, the camera stuff, it will be on our videos of the MF A84, but we're not going to fly this on the camera. So let's just get it unboxed, and I'll show you how that goes on when we get to the assembly part. But yeah, let's open it up and see what we got in this little goodies. I'm really excited about how this goes together. Quite simple. I have already read the instructions, and I like that it's pretty straightforward, all this, you know. So it's yeah, like the instructions are easy to read. Everything, the assembly, and that's quite simple. You get your decals for your main wing, which we'll have to put them on as well. There's your main wing there, that comes out first. Yeah, 690mm, you got your aileron wires there. We've got the main prop. I'm not sure if it comes with another one. Now we've got the, this one comes with the 2 batteries. So that's your 2S 1300 milliamp battery that it comes with. We got the 2. You've got the tanks that go either side of the main wing. They just pressure fit into that main wing. I think they're fuel tanks. They could be guns. I'm not exactly sure. Your vertical stabilizer. So that's very, I really like the look of this P51, and I think the 690mm, obviously, it's really good, as well as, you know, it's just a great size as a park flyer. Your horizontal, your bag of goodies here, landing gear. Now I think, I'm not sure if it's exactly the same landing gear as the MFA 84, but so you're gonna have your landing gear. It's definitely the same size wheels. So it's going to be, hopefully, just like the MF, it's going to be a really good lander, even on grass. You know, obviously not too long, but and then yeah, you've got your screws, you've got your USB charger, your nose cone. That's a little bit different to the nose. The prop on this is going to fit a little bit different, so we'll worry about that when we assemble it. And then you've got your beautiful fuselage here, guys. Have a go at this beautiful model. Just an all-around beautiful size. Sweet Arlene. Yeah, it's super nice. I really like it. A little bit bigger than the XK A280, but I like it. I really like this size, like I said, guys. And here's that comes in the fuselage, your second battery there. And yeah, it's the inside of the battery compartment there. It's very roomy, so that just slots in there. I like that. Probably would move around in there, so we may have to, we can easily put something in there, just a bit of foam or something, just to hold that battery in when we're flying. That's not going to move around in there. You got your brushless motor there. It's a nice size motor, you can see on the front there, the cowling. Yeah, it's a plastic, no plastic cowl, which is really good. So it's foam all the way here till it hits the front, and then we've got a plastic cowl just like the MF. Yeah, I'm super loving that color scheme and the color. So yeah, and then your canopy just goes on. Just put that back in there, and it just magnetic fits in there. It's not going to play the game. The lead's going to, so that just goes in there like that. Beautiful, guys. All right, so the last thing we got here, I'm going to put that fuselage down. I think that's everything in there. Yep. Last thing we got here, if we can get it out, is our transmitter. So it comes obviously ready to fly, guys. And it's going to be the same transmitter as your MFA84. So it's got, everything's the same functions, high, low rate switches. You got your 6D, 3G mode, and your MM mode. Need to work those out again, which one's which. But yeah, it's going to be exactly the same as the MF. And then you've got throttle, rudder, ailerons, elevator, power button, trim buttons. And you will get quite a good range with this. So yeah, which is really good. So that's everything that comes in the box, guys. Like I said, you can opt to get the camera and when you get the camera and you get the camera, you obviously get the transmitter phone mount, which bolts straight on to your transmitter. I don't have all the components there actually for that. It's in my toolbox, but so that'll just bolt onto there. It shows you in the in the instructions anyway, how that goes on, but you have to pretty much put these bolts on and these screws on this as well. But yeah, that's in the instructions. So we're not going to worry about that because we've done that with the MF. So let's just get straight to the assembly, guys. What I like to do is get everything out, see exactly what I got here. I'll put the battery charger in there because we've already got one of those we don't need right now. So this will be everything in here. When I said in the bag, this is what you get. So I'll just show you, I'll get Irina to come close up here. All right, so that's part of the landing gear. So we won't need that right now. Put those off to the side. You've got your main Phillips head screwdriver. This will be for the motor, the prop. This will be all your screws here. So I'll just double check how many screws we actually got there. So they're all pretty much the same, apart from, they're all the same. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of those screws and 2 of these small ones. All right, so that should be pretty easy. So that's that. So what are we going to start with here, guys? I believe it's going to be the vertical and horizontal stabilizer. So we just go over to our manual. Yep, so what you want to do, grab your vertical, grab your horizontal, and it's very simple. You've got the holes there. These 2 red lugs on the vertical, that just slots straight in together, straight through those holes, I believe. That's what it's telling me, assemble the tail wing. All right, so from there, all you want to do, grab your fuselage, and then you can see there, you've got the push rods for your elevator and rudder, either side of the fuselage there. But then you've got the 2 holes there, and then there's also another little hole there where this slots in. So what we want to do, we also want to get the little tail wheel for this. So, okay, so for this, it's very similar to the MF, but again, it's going to be slightly different. Okay, so what we want to do here, put your rear tail wheel in. So I think that'll go, yeah, okay. So you can see here on the rudder, on the bottom of the rudder, there's a little plastic bit. So we've pushed the rear tail wheel into there, and I was a little bit stumped on the back bit here where this slots in. So I was wondering why it was stopping. So if Irene can get up close here, what we need to do is get it on camera. So it feels like it's stopping there, but you need to pull that rudder out and then clip it over this little lug here so it lines up in there. So from there, I believe we have a tiny little screw that goes just in this hole here. Yep, so there, and that'll hold that tail wheel in and that rudder on there, so we're all good. So I'll do that now. Actually, while we've done that, the first thing we want to do from there is grab this little piece here, which goes in the top here of the fuselage and then connects to the vertical stabilizer, and it sits like that. So from there, then we have our 3 screws here, plus this one little screw here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then 4, yep. So that tiny one will be that back one. I might put that in now because it looks tiny and interesting. So let's see if we can get that in. Be careful because it's a super tiny little screw. So yeah, we should be able to do everything with the tool that it come with. So that's that tiny little screw right in that back bit there. Just screw that in like so. And then you've got obviously 1, 2, 3 here, which will be the bigger screws. So put those in, and then everything should be rigid from there as far as that rear section, the horizontal and vertical goes. So put that in. Now guys, I've got my own set of tools for what I use for most of my planes, but for the purpose of the build, like I said, you can buy this ready to run and be able to use this tool, and it will just basically, you know, you can get it straight out of the box, everything it comes with, and build it and fly it. So I'm just going to check that that's, yep, screwing in. Now it should, yeah, okay, so because I'm tightening these up at the bottom, I wasn't sure with this top bit here what happens with that, but it actually tightens everything up and holds that in place as well when you tighten these bottom bits. So I thought there might have been something to do with a screw there, but it doesn't show me anything, so that's all good there. Another screw in here, and then we are good with that. One more in there. Guys, I'm a little bit slower than maybe some of you guys that already know how to build planes. There's probably more experienced guys out there, obviously, than me. But I like to take my time a bit with, especially the new models that I'm like excited about. And yeah, so that's that. And now the next section will be our main wing. So we've done that. No, it isn't 4. Oh, okay, so it's telling me to do our clevises. So we attach these, but I'm not going to do that till the end, because if you know anything about when you're building and assembling planes, you want to have the plane plugged in first, because it's going to plug it in. So I'm going to wait till I build the thing first, and then I will plug it in, and then it'll just center those control throws. So it'll center the servos, and then I can adjust them and clip them on. But I'm just gonna, it's very simple. I'm just gonna clip them into the middle holes on these, on both, which is what I've done with the MFA84. So the center. So the further you go in, so if you go all the way into the middle, the bottom one there, that will give you more control throw. So, but we're just gonna put it in the middle one just to be, you know, in between. And yeah, we'll go from there. So now we've got our main wing. So with the main wing, we are, like I said, guys, if you are going to put the camera in, it's very simple. What you want to do is, so this little hole here where your aileron wires come through, that's where you'll feed your camera wires. And then all it is basically a screw on the, I'm trying to find, there isn't a second hole, which is interesting. So there's no second hole for that camera. So that's the only thing that I'm interested in how that works, because I've only got one screw hole. Sorry, my bad. All right, so it goes, actually, there's your 2 holes. So it'll sit on there, and you should, if you get this as a camera mount, it'll just screw straight into those 2 screws, like I said, and then your wire will feed through there. And then on your fuselage, you come over here, and this will be in your manual as well. You've got your, I'll just show you, get Irene to have a look on the manual. So it'll tell you all your control board here, your speed control. So you've got obviously your elevator socket's already plugged in. What else do we got? We got rudder. Rudder will be, rudder's already plugged in. So those two are there. So yeah, we've just got your aileron ones there. So your aileron ones you can see there, these two ones. And then your camera socket will be the middle one on the top of these three up here. So that'll be your camera one up there that it plugs into. Make sure you plug it in the right way. So once you feed it through your main wing, make sure that goes the right way, which I believe will go, yeah. So the red wire should go to the front of the fuselage. Just take your time with that and read it as you put it in. But yeah, so what we're going to do from here is put our ailerons through. So I'm just going to line that up. So we got ailerons there. Just check that that's the next steps. So yeah, it's saying to do the camera next, obviously, but we don't have the camera on this one. So done the camera, now we're putting our ailerons in. So that's those. So I'm just gonna, I'm not sure which one's which. You should be able to just plug them in and hope for the best. They shouldn't matter. Not a big deal. If you get them mixed up, just switch it around. If it seems like your ailerons are opposite. So I might go, yeah, I'm gonna go it's confusing because everything's upside down. So we are gonna go that one. All right, so I'm just lining the wires up. So putting the ailerons in. So obviously it's a bit fiddly because these are small. I'm going to use my screwdriver if I can find it. Push that in. Just be careful you don't damage anything. So you can see there, I've put one aileron into there, and I'm going to put the other one in next to that, and I've just lined it up so the brown's on that side, so I've just matched the wire colours. Make sure you do the same. And what I might even do, we've already got batteries in the transmitter, guys, so I'm gonna power it up before I put that main wing on, and then see if we got those ailerons right. Just fiddly, that's all. And if you got a tiny set of pliers, it definitely helps. Guys, we haven't had a lot of sleep with our little fella. I don't do too well without sleep, guys, so I'm a little bit challenged right now. He's definitely testing us, our beautiful boy. So it's starting to heat up here. It's a 30 degree today. 30 degree day here in Australia. So yeah, it's all happening. So I've done that. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to plug that in and see if we got those control throws right. So just to make sure we got those ailerons right. So what will happen, I'll just pop it in. So just pretend like we've done that. So pop that battery in, plug it in. Guys, like I said, I'm a bit slower. Make sure you line those batteries up right. All right. Power on. Wait for it to connect. Don't have anything right now, so I might need to power up and down to pair it. All right. So yeah, to actually bind it, I've powered them both up, but I was getting no control. So all I've done was throttle up and throttle down, and we've got all controls. So right ailerons up, left ailerons up, we're all good there. So I don't think it really matters because I would have just fluked that otherwise, but they're fine. So I've done that. So all I need to do now, I'll unplug that because I'm happy with that, and then we can get that, put that main wing screwed in, turn that transmitter off. So from there, obviously, I'll just double check. What do we got? So pop that main wing in. Yep, so all we do from there, we can pop that in. Just make sure those wires are tucked in there nicely when you do this, so you're not getting them tangled anywhere or there's no altercations when it comes to, I'm pretty fussy. So I'm going to try and get those in there neatly as possible. It's a little bit hard with how that goes in under there because I don't even have that lined up. That would help, wouldn't it? That's what happens when you've had minimal sleep. So that's still she tight, guys. So yeah, I'm just making sure those wires are in there first before I go on. And that slots in there very, very nice like that. So 2 screws in there. It's very easy, guys. I'm making it just slow. Obviously, we're shooting the footage. So 2 screws either side there. I've slotted that in, made sure the wires are in there right. Screw them up. Screw them up either side. Yeah, and if you're getting into the hobby, guys, you know, get yourself a good set of tools. It definitely helps. Like obviously these ones work, but it's probably a little bit slower with them because they're a bit small and they do the job. But yeah, so there we go. Main wings on. Wow, that's an awesome size, guys. Main wings on. Now we're onto the landing gear. So the landing gear was a little bit of a funny one we were scratching our heads about with the MF. So let's show you that quickly. But we are extremely happy with the progression that they done with the MF and this one. Like the landing gear on this, I'm pretty sure it's metal on the inside of these plastic arms for the legs, the landing gear. But these are super cool. They handle so well the landings. So they're a little bit of a different one. So with this, I just need to double check. So they go, yeah, so they go forward. So what happens is, so we go in like that. So they slide into this little section here. So that's how your landing gear will look. Just double check that. Yeah, so they'll go forward. Yep. Now what we do from there, pull that back. Same thing on the other side. So we slide into those, make sure they line up. Bit tight there. There we go. And then that goes back. From there, we go, so we pull these forward, obviously, like that. Now this is the one that we were a little bit, Irina had to help me with this last time. So they go something like, yeah, so they drop in there, these little plastic things. You just got to make sure which side they go. And then all that happens there, you slot them in like that. And then you just clip it in like that. And it's super easy because all you do now, if you want to take that out, you just pop that and then slide it out. And then you can just slide those landing gear out. So really cool like that. So do that on the other side. So same thing. So you get that, drop it down in, and then it just covers over that wire and then just clips in like that. And there's your main landing gear, the front landing gear for your tail dragger. From there, so we've done that. Obviously now we've got our fuel tanks. Pop them on. Again, if you want to keep them on, you can glue them in there, but they just pressure fit into the main wing. And that's them there. And then what have we got now? So we've got that. All we've got now left to do is the nose and the main wing. Sorry, the prop. So from there, you've got this little setup here, which is going to be different to, just going to move that to the side for a second. So this is going to be a little bit different. So what we do, pull that apart. So I'm guessing, so you've got that. So it only comes with the main, the one prop, but you can order these. Obviously there'll be a link to the plane, and you will be able to get spares for these. So how we want to do this is pop that in like that. it'll just sit in. It should only go one way, so it'll go like that. That's the way the prop goes. So the prop will go anti-clockwise. And then from there, what do we want to do? 14, 15. Yeah, so it's interesting how this works. Okay. That's different.
The second bit.
Sorry? Ah, okay. So that there, I forgot that it had that. So there we go. That just clips in there. Oh, that's super simple. So there's no even, so that's how that goes. There's no, I'm thinking there's a screw, but there's not. So then you've obviously got the thread on your motor. So this is a very, I don't know if you'd be able to, oh, okay. So it'll line up on the motor. So this motor is like custom made for this. Okay. Yeah. So it just sits in there, and there's these little lugs there that have to fit onto the motor bit there. So just when you do that, make sure they line up. There's the same shape as this on the motor. So I'm guessing that's, you want to pop it onto one of them, and it's not going to move. So just do that again. Put that on there. And then from there, this should just screw on, which is very unique. I haven't had that with a plane, ready to fly plane. So it's just hand tight on there. And then, yeah, that motor will obviously spin that way. The prop will spin that way. Super simple. Like, I'm just a little bit in shock with that. So it's quite simple to build, guys. Like I said, we're shooting this. That's basically complete. All we need to do now is put those on, which are very simple. I'm not going to do that on camera, but all I do is just be careful with these little lugs. They're very fragile. And just open it up, even with a pair of tweezers. I'll show you for the purpose of the video. So that's it. All you do there is just, once it's in there, just press it in. And then there's no even elastic. There's normally an elastic bit that clamps over that, holds it. But that's pretty much it. Just clamp that down. I'm not going to do it because I want to adjust it properly. But also you can, what you need to do is you can wind these in or out, these plastic things on your push rods, which will center up your rudder and your elevator. Adjust that as you need to, but I plug my plane in, the power on first, so it centers those servos. So I'll do that before we get out there, but that's it, guys. That's it, built, very simple. I was just a bit slower with it because obviously for the camera. Look at that. We're gonna have some serious fun with this one. So guys, there it is. Again, there'll be a link to this, and I want to say thank you guys so much for watching our videos and yeah, allowing us to do what we love, flying and doing RC, the hobby in general, traveling the world, doing it, inspiring you guys to get out and do the things that you love in life, whether it's the hobby or something else that you have. If you have a dream, don't let anyone stop you from doing it. Believe in yourself, because you know, life can be challenging, and you know, people are full of doubt and fears, but you know, when we do what we love, the universe helps us and helps us align with what we want to do. But there we are, guys. Minimal sleep, and you know, we got this brand new model built for you guys, and yeah, we're gonna have some serious fun with this. One other thing I can't believe we nearly forgot to do is put the decals, the main, to make this thing look, that, you know, finish it off is the decals. So let's put them on. I fully forgot. Very simple, but you will need scissors. So we only want one sticker on the, where is it? On the main, on the left wing, I believe.
Yeah. On
the left main wing. So yeah. So I'm going to cut that out. You will need some scissors for this. So I'm just going to cut that out. Put this beautiful decals to finish off this beautiful model. We all love the P51s, guys. Like, they just fly super amazing. So yeah, this main star, we only need one for this, so you will have a spare one. With the MF, I actually got a bit carried away and I put two, one on either side of the main wing, and then obviously worked out later on. I had one of our friends on YouTube actually. So, you know, it's only meant to have one on there. So just double check that I got that in the right spot. Is that one way? That looks one way, doesn't it, guys? Guys, I love flying warbirds and that, but my like as far as the history goes in warbirds, I don't know a lot about them. So I'm just, all right, let's work this out. So I'm guessing somewhere there will be fine. Let me see in the picture. Yeah, it'll be fine there, I think. I'm all about the looks, guys. Got a little smell to them, these stickers. Look at that. So there you go, there's that. Probably could have went over a bit, but anyway, life goes on. I'm not really happy with that, to be honest. Am I? Let's just leave it. Nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect in lives, guys. You just got to adapt to it. You know, and that's what we're learning, because far out, we've had some challenges lately. Just being able to, look at that, right in front of me on the instruction, it shows you where the sticker needs to go. And then we've got these ones here, which I was a bit unsure about, but we worked out they're here somewhere. Can't believe it, I just seen it on the, there was a picture of it, oh here, yeah, so it's on the thing, so you will need both of these. So we'll just cut them in half. They're a good solid sticker, like decal. They're not just like a cheap thin plastic, they're like actually made from a thick laminate sticker, like, so that's pretty cool. So what we do there, that'll go for that side, that will be that side. So I'll show you, is they just go on the inside of the main wing there. So you want to have it so the blue bit's at the front and then the red line goes in towards the fuselage. They are actually a sticker that you pop on like that. And then what I forgot is from here, you push that down on there. Some of you are probably familiar with this. And then you actually peel that. So you peel that other bit off there.
You definitely need more sleep.
Definitely need more sleep, guys. Like our little fella, he's so beautiful. He's growing so well, but he's keeping us up at night, and Irina knows I don't function well without my sleep. So yeah, we do that with both of those as well. So yeah, just make sure that you do that with them. Be careful when you're doing it that it doesn't peel up the sticker as well. But yeah, that just makes it look super cool. Oh yeah, professional. So we'll do the other side. See that red bit was trying to come up then. Just take your time with it. Make sure it's pushed down properly. And then you shouldn't have any issues with that coming off. Happy days, that looks awesome. So yeah, we've got a few more little ones to put on by the looks of it. So these guys here, what do we got? They go on here. I'm going to put these on, guys. You see me doing this. I'm going to put them on, I'm going to finish it, and then I'll come right back to you and show you when it's finished. There we have it, guys. We finished it. All the decals are on, and it looks super beautiful. The MoFly P51D Mustang 690mm. It looks gorgeous. I think it's an amazing size. I think the decals look really good. It's a really nice color. Sweet Arlene, you little darling. Look at it. There we are, guys. We got it done. Once again, thank you. We're gonna have some fun with this one out on the field and just sending it, seeing what we can do with it.